everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I'm using ArtCast from Bitty Mold Supply. I use this same resin to make my dolls. It's affordable and it's equal parts easy. It gets very, very hot though. So you want to let things cool off before you demold it because it kicks off very quick, as you could see. I was pounding the table to get any bubbles out. I will put the link into the description below for Bitty Mold Supply. Bitty. Back off, folks. Or that's all, folks. Oh, shit. Oh, I make up words how I think I hear it. Oh my god. I just made myself laugh and I snorted. Anyway, the way you want to demold this is rolling it off like a sock. Sorry, I'm still laughing at myself. I got the mold from TEMU. I think it was only like $6. I love TEMU. It's a problem. So yeah, you don't want to dig your nails into the silicone mold. It could rip it. So I'm just peeling it off slow. And then I could make like a million more, but it did come with a lid. I'm, clearly not going to need the lid for this. And there we have the cauldron. I'm sorry. I'm still laughing at the badee. That's all, folks. And I said the first time the wrong different words. I'm sorry. This needs to hurry up and distract me to the next thing. So cringe. Alright, so I spray painted the cauldron black with a matte Rust-Oleum paint. The green potion is glow-in-the-dark, like spiderweb decorations for your yard. And then this clicky light I got off Amazon. And you can click the UV light on and off. And that is going to react the same way like the chimney smoke that I made. And I'm just laying it down in there. Also, the candle holders were cake toppers from TEMU. I trimmed them down to make them more 1/12 scale, and I glued the bottom and the top pieces to a wooden dowel rod. But look at the glow. I'm such a nerd. So when they're standing around the cauldron, when I do take video or photos, it's going to look pretty awesome. I'm hoping. So that's the fire pit that's in the house. I used a cookie cutter. I glued that to a piece of wood so I would have like a stable frame. It's not exact, but I didn't make the house wide enough because I eyeballed the whole thing, which now just makes me obsessed to want to get better at, building houses and stuff. A whole nother issue arises. Another obsession with miniatures. But I'm covering the entire thing with the Elmer's all-purpose glue or it's the Elmer's wood glue. I can't remember which one. Basically, I'm creating like a little swimming pool because coming up in this video, I dump a ton of like of that green foam, the shavings of it mixed with the wood glue to create, you know, when it dries, it will look like hot coals. And I'm gathering the colors to create like rust on the cauldron and the candle holders. Just to kind of age stuff up a little bit. But that fire pit, I'm going to paint that entire base with matte black paint from Walmart. And I paint on the glue like right now it's drying, but when it's semi-dry, I go ahead and just put the base paint on. I don't know why, because I'm going to let it dry overnight anyway. Yami is meditating. She loves crafting. She's like, what are you doing? Also, I don't pay attention to names of paint colors. I just can't. I don't know. I just go by the color, and if it looks good, if I think it is accurate. I've never been big on paint name colors. I do apologize about that. A lot of these paints that I acquired, my friend found at a garage sale place, like a garage sale at someone's house. And a lot of the labels are ruined. So I don't even know the names. I just go by like, it will dry a little bit darker. That might work. And so I'm just brushing it on and then dabbing it off, trying different things out, see if it looks good. Because, you know, if you don't like it, you could just go over with black again. But a lot of the paints are folk art paints, which I like have fallen in love with folk art paint. They got really cool colors, like glow-in-the-dark stuff, glitter stuff. It's really good. It's not bad at all. And I like how it's not too thick, because I feel like Liquitex is really thick, like almost too thick for miniatures. Sorry this seems to be so long, but I just really wanted to show the whole process. Alright, so it's the next day. I'm just filling in where there were cracks from it drying because I went over with the black paint. Not a big deal. Doesn't take long at all. And one thing that worked out is it is so hot in Texas right now. After I poured the wood glue in with the foam shavings, it dried the top layer so tough that I could still paint it, but it's all wet underneath. It's probably going to take like a whole month to dry. No joke. So, it's alright. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if it will like crack or... I don't know. Make it look more real though, maybe. I mean, I hope it doesn't crack, but if it does, I could work with it. So now it's time to highlight the detail. I've really come to love making stone blocks. At first, it drove me nuts because I had to cut it up individually. But I just love the effect of it. While we're watching this part, so the fireplace, I didn't add any browns or light browns, so I was like, I better do that because it's almost too perfect and it was driving me nuts. But there is another YouTuber, his name is Billy. I'm going to link his channel in the description below. He also built the Sanderson sister dollhouse, and he is taking already made 1/12 dolls to create every single character in that movie. Everyone. And I love his take on like how he wants to make the Sanderson sisters' house and the dolls. It's adorable. I absolutely love it. So be sure to check his channel out. And he's almost like ASMR? Totally the opposite of me. I'm kind of loud and obnoxious. But he's very, just very chill, calm. I love it. Love it, love it. So go check him out. He makes the costumes and everything, though. Like, he does the hair, the costumes. He takes the old stuff off and adds his new stuff. And I love it. It's so good. I learn things from him. And that's the whole point when we're doing miniatures, is to learn off each other, make each other better, and support each other. Alright, so there's the foam shavings from all the cutting of the blocks and the sanding and whatever I was doing. I gathered it in a Walmart bag, breaking up the bigger chunks. And then I just pour that Elmer's glue in. My fiance was standing there. He's like, "What are you doing?" Alright, so TEMU has like these bags of mini fairy lights. Super cheap. I think 10 or like $5. So these went on another set of fairy lights. I didn't want the leaves, the orange leaves on them. But I kept them because I'm like, I could repurpose it for something. So I'm going to bury them into the fire pit because they create the perfect fire orange color. I'm just gluing the wire down. real quick. I paint the little battery box black too, and it's going to be hidden, you know, if I do take video or whatever, or photos, it'll be hidden. So I'm literally just mixing and mashing it up. Like, organized chaos is the best way I can describe this. And I add a ton more. And I did it with the lights on, so I would know exactly how it would look. Alright, so I had let it sit out in the sun for about 2 hours. And now I'm base painting that top layer black. Jordu's hanging out now. He loves miniatures too. My blue-eyed Boo Bear. Now I'm adding, like, making it look like ash. Well, okay, so I added the ash and then I'm darkening the sides. But look at that! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! I can't handle it. You can see the candle holders. The medieval looking lamps are from TEMU as well, which I'll get into those later when I start doing the electrical. Okay, so Amanda Gatton, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but she makes these amazing paper crafting cutouts. I got her book off of Amazon. I'm also going to link that information in the description below. But it had book in there. So I'm folding up the pages. It has Thackeray Banks's spell in there. All the little pages. It's so cool. But I mean, I got the Halloween book. It has everything in there. That's a little thing of coffee, and I realized this paper is going to turn to mush if I keep going. So I used the heat gun to dry it out from a distance and decided to not use the coffee. But look at the shelves, okay? A lot of Amanda Gatton's artwork is on the shelves. So those little eyeballs that you saw, those are from Moore's Studio. It's a puppet supply store. Now they did discontinue these little eyeballs. I'm glad I bought a bunch. So I'm adding that to make the book look more 3D. And then I'm using the handy dandy UV Bondic pen that has a little UV light on the other end. But I'm creating enhancing the details by making them pop. And I do it as I go so it doesn't get all over the place. And then I'll seal it with matte or gloss, especially the eyeball. I'm going to make that gloss. So that way it's not sticky or anything, but I'm just loving this. I'll tell you, I worked on all this stuff for 12 hours yesterday. I am so tired. I couldn't stop though. Like, I was forgetting to eat. I was resisting going to the bathroom because it was so much fun. Sorry if that's TMI, but that's just, I'm being real. I don't edit my videos when I'm doing voiceover either. I don't know how to do it. So, I'm raw on here. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I'm so happy with how it turned out. Too cute. So I'm going to dry brush some dark brown paint just around the edges so it doesn't ruin the paper. And that worked out. Sure too. And I'm just painting a little bit of brown detail around the eye to make it look like he has an eyelid like he does in the movie. So adorable. Alright, so here's some of the stuff that I worked on yesterday. There is the black flame candle. The candle was given to me by Jolene at Tiny Keyhole Minis. Look at book. Oh, those are the little eyeballs. I don't know if you could request them. You could always message the company. There's Amanda's book that I got off Amazon. All the little potion bottles. Those are the two. Anyway, I don't know what I was going to say. And then the double broomstick. I still have to paint that. But oh, and then this fireplace with the little herbs. All these little herbs, I got a giant thing of dried flowers from TEMU. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a wonderful week.